Welcome to the Ruffled Daisy. Today I'm going to teach you how to use the power of cinnamon on wood to create a rusty metal finish. We're going to make a pumpkin, and the first step is I found these wooden ovals at Dollar Tree, but I do know they sell them at Walmart, and I believe they also sell them at Hobby Lobby. You're just going to want to coat them with a metallic silver paint. Another really good color that you might want to use is copper. Just make sure they are metallic because that's what's going to give it like a rusty metal tin look. Once these are completely dry, we're going to glue the pieces together. And you're going to be able to tell that I used a box to make sure that they were level on the bottom. So we glued the two bottom pieces together and then layered the third piece on top to create a layered pumpkin. Now we're going to use black and brown paint, and we're going to put it on the pumpkin. You're going to see that I used a brush and then I went to a sponge, and ultimately neither of those were satisfactory to me, so I ended up using a paper towel that was crumpled up, and you're going to be able to see that here really quick. I just didn't really like the look that the sponge or the paintbrush was giving. Here's where I bring the paper towel in, and you're going to be able to tell that there is a complete difference in the style and the coverage. Just wad up your paper towel and dip it in a little bit of your black and brown paint, and then you're going to sprinkle your cinnamon on, and you're going to do it while the paint is still wet so it has something to adhere to. I'm just using my fingers to press it down, and I did end up going and sanding over and repainting these areas that I did not like. You can see now that the paper towel just gives it a really cool effect, and it really does look like rust. Once you're all done, I took a paintbrush to dust off any excess. If you want to put a coat of sealer on this, I do recommend a spray sealer. If you use Mod Podge to seal it, it's probably going to smear the cinnamon and take away from the rusted look. So definitely use a spray sealer. Now I'm taking some rope, and I am trying to measure the size that I want, and I'm actually going to fold it in half to make the stem. I did coat it with a little bit of black and brown paint just to make it a little bit more aged looking and a little bit more like a pumpkin stem. So we're just going to hot glue this together as it's folded, and then hot glue it onto the back of our pumpkin. Now we're going to add some character to it with our bow. You can make this as fancy as you want or as rustic and primitive as you want. I did have this glitter ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree that I thought worked really great, and I didn't want it to be too extravagant, but it worked actually really perfectly. And then I took some burlap and I cut it into strips, and we are just going to make our scrappy bow that we make and crisscross all of the layers of different ribbons. You can see here that I am taking the raffia and I'm scrunching it up. That way they're not so straight and pointy. It just kind of gives it a little bit more character. And now I am just clipping all the edges of my ribbons so it just has a little bit more definition. Now we're going to hot glue it on, and we are going to attach a little canvas tag that I got from Hobby Lobby. That was absolutely perfect. And you guys, this is one of my favorite projects to date. I just love the look of it, and I know that if you try this, you are going to be thoroughly pleased. Check that look out, you guys. It is so pretty, so amazing, and I cannot wait for you to try it. If you love this DIY and all things creative, please visit theruffleddaisy.org for more creative ideas. Thank you so much for watching.